It's Stars and Stripes time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to race number 412 in the inaugural ISCR season for the America 250 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We are getting ready for some side-by-side racing this evening for 100 laps, 250 miles, and we're going to go ahead and start talking about your pre-race stories and some drivers to look out for. Chase Wade, after having a pretty poor race at Darlington, he's going to be starting on pole for the America 250. He currently sits P9 in the points, looking to bounce back after a bad race at Darlington. He had some speed at Atlanta, has some speed at Daytona. What can Chase Wade do tonight? Ariel Claude, currently 26th in points, but she's having a very good starting position. 7th in the America 250. What can that Mercedes do tonight? Tim Solzman returns to the number 20 after sitting out Darlington due to a leg injury. Is going to be in the 7th position. Correction, P9. He's 28th in points entering today. Meep Anson is going to be starting in the rear due to an engine failure in practice. 18th in the points. Let's see how the 86 car can work his way through the field. And we're going to go ahead and talk about your starting lineup for the America 250. As we said, Chase Wade's going to be starting on pole with Rudolph Kaelin to his outside. Trip Cassidy, Dante Jones, row 2. Adam Tic Tac and Husk Warner in row 3. Ariel Claude, Gail Sharon in row 4. And rounding out your top 10, Joseph Garley and Dalton Leary Jr. The field's going to roll through your screen right there as we're getting ready for, again, 100 laps here at Charlotte. The fuel window about 35 laps, so there's going to be about 3 pit stops tonight, maybe 2 if you can stretch it. For the field, coming off of turn 4 now, into the restart zone they go. Chase Wade enters it, green flag in the air, we're racing here for the America 250. Wade, a clean start, already clear of Rudolph Kaelin. That is Trip Cassidy in the 23, getting a push from Dante Jones. And Adam Tic Tac, he's going to go for the the second position, currently in P3. A nice qualifying from the 49. C makes his way up into P2. Chase Wade is going to lead the first lap here at Charlotte. Dante Jones peeking to the inside of the 49. Doesn't get there. Screen wide racing in the middle of the pack. As they head down the backstretch, Kaelin looking to the inside of Dante Jones. Didn't get there quite quickly enough. Jones peeking. He's going now. He's making a move, and he might have the 6 of help. 3 Fords inside the top 5. Ford really hasn't had a lot of speed so far this season. They've had a couple spurts here and there, but nothing race-winning so far. Now, granted, it's only 3 laps in. Here comes Huey Scott Jr. I was trying to remember his name. I apologize. Huey Scott Jr. to the inside of a 3 wide, and he clears the 49, trying to make a move on Kaelin. Is he still there? Side by side with the 6 heading into turn 1. Ariel Claude, she's still up here, 3 wide behind them. It's Fletcher Wilburn, Joseph Garley in a red car. Looks like Bowen Valentine. All 3 cars kind of been hit or miss so far this season. It all kind of just depends now on what they're going to do with this race. Chase Wade still leading. Jones trying to gun down the 4. He's peeking to the inside just a little bit. Oh, and he's going to try to make a move. Here comes Huey Scott Jr. also to the inside of the 12. Has to back out and make the corner, but he's pushing Jones now. Dante Jones to the lead, but Scott says not so fast. He's peeking to the inside. Runs out of momentum coming into turn 2, into 3 now down the backstretch. Wilburn side by side with a 6 car of Kaelin. Wade falls down into the 3rd position. Brittany Haynes has also made her way inside the top 10 after falling out. Adam Tic Tac in the 10th position as well. Here comes Scott to the inside of the 12, side by side as they enter turn 3. He's got the 13 right behind them. 2 Chevrolets and 2 Fords. One on the top, one on the bottom. Trying to work together. Scott led that lap. The 3 wide for about the 5th position between Kayleen, the 18 of Darley, and now Ty Dion. Dion makes it, trying to work, still side by side for the lead. I think Scott's cleared them. No, Scott cleared him off of 2. What am I talking about? 3 wide, still in the middle of the racetrack. 4 wide for a second. Here comes Cloud. File out to 3 wide towards the middle of the top 10. Scott trying to pull away from Wilburn. Still 3 wide. My goodness. We're going to go ahead and ride with Rudolph Kaline here in the Ford onboard camera, excuse me. See to the inside of the 12 of Dante Jones. Jones is going to be right behind him through this front stretch, excuse me. There's Jones right there. This racetrack it leads to very good side-by-side racing as Jones peeks to the inside of the 6 car, might have him into 3. Looks like he will. But no, you can run the top as there says. That is a perfect example right there. 3 wide for the lead. Wade, Scott, Wilburn, all side by side, headed for the line. Into turn 3, Wade might have the advantage. Jones clear of the 6 car. Going to go with his 4 teammate as Wade indeed is going to take the lead. Still 3 wide for the lead though. Wilburn runs out of a little momentum. Here comes Jeffrey Galls. Where did he come from? Wade takes back the lead of the race. Got Scott and Wilburn, 2 Chevrolets right behind him, and then 2 Fords behind those 2. Lacey up here, having a nice day for herself. Currently in the P7 position. And Lash Motorsports has not had a great season so far, sitting towards the bottom of the team standings. Galls 3 wide for the 4th position. Trying to clear the 2 Fords to his outside. He's got help from Lacey. Through the corner, does in fact clear them. Now is Lacey going to try to go to the inside of Jeffrey Galsh, if she even has the momentum? Gall's currently sitting P10 in the points. As there's 3. Oh, wait, we got a battle for the lead between Wilburn, Scott, and Wade again. Galls is loving what's ahead of him. He's trying to get into this top 3 battle. Patrick Wilburn currently sitting P2 in the points, and he's having a really, really good day. 15 back of James Kash. You can see it's one of those red cars towards the back of the pack right now. But having a very, very good day for Fletcher Wilburn. Scott filed in behind him. Gall's up to 3rd. Wade falls down into 4th. Garley in 5th. Lacey 6th. Kaylene 7th. Jones 8th. How about Liberia Lewis in the 9th position? We haven't talked about him much at all this season. Husk Warner, he's made his way inside the top 10. Looking fast in that number 11 car. A lot of rumors so far about that 11, in fact, that they're going to be one of the first teams with sponsorship. So far, these teams have been running out of pocket. We head to lap 15, about halfway through this fuel run. Jefferson Lissette in P10. How about him having a nice day? Lewis falls outside the top 10. Side by side for 2nd. Lacey trying to hold on in the top 10. We're going to go back, look at the leaders. Gall's going for 2nd on Scott, with help from Joseph Garley on that inside lane. Wade is kind of too far back to really help out the 8 car. And a turn 1. The bottom lane is much better in the corners. And there is side-by-side racing, but the bottom is just super, super good because there's too short of a run between the corners for the outside lane to really, really work. But you can, if you have a good enough car, to have that outside lane be an advantage to you. Garley clear of the 8 car. He's got, not Garley, excuse me, Gall's clear of the 8 car. Garley is to the inside of the 8 car, going to help with Wade. As Wade is peeking to the inside, the 18 clears the 8. Now Wade trying to get the 3rd position, but he's battling with Scott now, falls back. Here comes Husk Warner up to the 7th position, right behind the 4 of Chase Wade. Dante Jones has fallen back a little bit. Brooke Lacey back inside the top 10. Liberia Lewis down into 12th, as you saw on the ticker. A hard racing so far here tonight. Gall's looking on the back bumper of the 13 of Fletcher Wilburn. Who have, they've been relatively consistently up front, especially Wilburn, especially Galls. Other than the Atlanta race where Wilburn was kind of mid-pack, but Daytona, Darlington, and now here at Charlotte for race number 4. Galls, he's had the speed, but he just hasn't been able to finish the races yet. Garley, he's currently sitting in the 3rd position in points, right behind Fletcher Wilburn, about 15 back of the 13 car. Currently has the top 5 on the season. His best finish of 4th. Not bad so far for Joseph Garley. Peeks to the inside of Jeffrey Galls. 2 Gs. You got Scott Jr. right behind them. Going to be helping out Garley on the inside lane. Scott Jr. currently in the 8th position. Best two top 10s. The best finish of 7 so far this year. Not bad for the 8 car. As the Galls falls back once Garley got clear of the 24. Dante Jones trying to make his way back inside the top 5. Chase Wade running that extremely high lane. Here's Husk Warner. He's also there. Jefferson Lissette currently P13 in the points. He's also inside the top 10. Tiffany Haynes, she's made her way back up. She's now racing with Kayleen, and she's up to 9th. You can see that orange and black car side by side in the back. Looks like Warner making a move on Jones and Wade. It's Gabriel DeMello having a nice little run. DeMello currently 21st in the points. One top 10 so far. Best finish 6th. Looking to improve on that. James Kash kind of came from the back. He's working his way up through the field. 22 laps in. We got Jake Elmer right behind. Elmer 25th in the points. Really, really nice recovery from the 9. We kind of saw it at Darlington where he was a little mired back and then worked his way up. Now he looks to the inside of the 45 of Sydney Marjorie. I think he is going to get that position due to having the inside lane. See in the back there? Yes, he does. But now we look on the leaders of Fletcher Wilburn, Joseph Garley. Warner inside the top 5 after he has now passed Dante Jones. Clear on the inside lane. Jones trying to use the outside to a bit of his advantage, but just gets left behind by the 11. 2 Joseph Garley racing cars looking very fast today. Tim Solzman, not so much, not really sighted yet. Hasn't made a lot of noise. You can still kind of see him towards the middle. Now Scott Jr. on the back bumper of the 18. I think a lot of these drivers, they're just kind of waiting for the pit stop, seeing, how that's going to affect them. To the inside goes the 8 car, and Tim Sullivan currently P27 in the running order. And we're looking for him. See, that's when the outside lane is really good, is when you're single file and they make a late move as Garley maintains the P2 position. Scott Jr. is going to fall back behind. Garley trying to gain on Wilburn. Into 1. And out of 2, down the backstretch they go. Garley running a little higher. This balls to the inside of the 8. Doesn't make the pass cleanly. Not clear of the 8 car yet, but he should coming into turn 1. They are very rapidly closing in on Joseph Garley, so maybe not. Galls might have to push the 18 in order to get clear. Still side by side between the 8 and 24. Garley has fallen behind Fletcher Wilburn. Chase Wade and Husk Warner side by side. Jefferson Lissette in P7. He's trying to run these cars down. 27 coming to 28. Wilburn doing a very, very good job in that number 13 car. They have caught back up to him, though, with Garley and Galls. Wade up to the 5th position in that battle you can see there in that red and white car. You got Jefferson Lissette pushing the 4 down the backstretch and now into turn 3. Multi-Groove Racing, that's the name of the game here at Charlotte. You can see it in full effect. We're going to take you through a nice little graphic we have up in the top. You probably noticed it, but we have a track map now. It might not be for all races, but we're definitely going to try to have it for most races. Kind of be able to help spot your favorite driver. Scott to the inside of Galls, going for the 3rd position. Does Galls have anything? Using that outside lane, ripping it around the top, and I think he might clear the 8 coming into turn 1. Does, in fact. And he's clear. Maintains the 3rd position. A few laps away from pit stops. Again, the fuel window about lap 35. Jefferson Lissette in 6th position, ahead of Warner. DeMello has made his way inside the top 10. James Kash currently in the 12th position. Also trying to work his way through the field. Single file through the front of the pack. But you still have side-by-side racing as DeMello looking to the inside of Jones. Jones still currently has it, but the 3 and 4, they might be able for that 43 team to clear the 12. No, not yet. Oh, no, he does. He does clear him, but Jones going to go with a little bit of switchback, as you can see there. Now DeMello to the outside. Out of 2. DeMello clear of the 12 and holds on now to the position. Gonna go set his sights on Husk Warner. DeMello, you know, I don't think the points really show him how he's really been. 21st, 1 top 10, and the best position of 6th. But I mean, DeMello has been a very, very underrated driver so far. Obviously, the Lee Johnson Enterprise car, as he is ahead of Liberia Lewis, only by 3 points. But I don't think that, you know, DeMello has been able to really shown what he's got, as we now are looking at the battle for 2nd position. Galls ahead of Garley, and it looks like Scott's going to follow the 24. Closing in on pit stops. Galls trying to run down Fletcher Wilburn before the pit stops begin. Running right next to the apron. I think we might get some stops here soon. Unless these cars have been really saving gas a little bit. Here comes Scott to the inside of Galls. And we're going to have pit stops now. Okay, perfect. So, Fletcher Wilburn. Oh, Garley! Darley may have missed it. Oh, there's a crash in the back. Oh, the caution's out. The caution is out. We got a crash in the back. I think I saw someone upside down or on their side or something. Bob Floyd involved. Robert Fetterman involved. Caillou Lanu. That looks like the 26. Victoria White, I think she was involved as well. And this is going to really screw over Chronic Davis. Look at the damage on the 7. This is really going to screw over the cars that pitted as Jeffrey Gall's coming to the line now. He's going to take the caution. Caution was not thrown before the leaders got to the line. So it's going to trap all the cars that pitted a lap down. We're going to take a look with Bowen Valentine. Whoa! 13 and the 5 just kind of came up. We're going to ride with Meep Anton. Oh, wow. Excuse me, that's not the 13. That was the 31. I think it was trying to avoid something. But crazy caution there. As all cars have headed, we got a little wave arounds already done. We've gotten the 1 to go. Jeffrey Gall's currently in the lead after the pit stops with Jefferson Lissette in P2, Husk Warner in 3rd. Jake Elmer, how about the 21 car? Currently in P4. James Kash in 5th. Tiffany Haynes 6th. Liberia Lewis 7th. Sydney Marjorie 8th. Dante Jones 9th. And Brooke Lacey back inside the top 10. As it appears, Davis, Anton, the 26 of White, the 5, they've all picked up damage. Just looking back on this, yeah, it looked like Phillips was trying to avoid the cars entering pit road. But she just came up with 3 wide, and I mean, you can't really do that in that position. Pace car looking to peel in now here on lap 40. We're going to get a restart with 62 laps to go. Or excuse me, 60 laps to go. So still one more pit stop needed. We are nowhere close to getting that. The green flag back in the air for Galls. Takes the lead of the race. Trying to get clear of Lissette. Has about 2 car length advantage over the 47. Husk Warner looking to the inside of Lissette. Doesn't get there in time for turn 1, but might have something in turn 3. Peeks to the inside. Here comes Elmer. Elmer's going to push the 11. So is Kash. Kash now going to look to the inside of 21. They may go 2 wide. 3 wide racing in the back. As now Warner up to 2nd. And he's gunning for Jeffrey Galls. Peeking to the inside of the 24. Is he going to get there? Has to move from the 24. Little lift off. Husk Warner goes to the lead. The 11 car now out front. Jefferson Lissette to the inside of Jeffrey Galls. No, backs out. Goes in single file with the 24. Iberia Lewis looking to the inside of the 47. Has the run. Is there. And is side by side with the 47 with a push from, I think that's Sydney Marjorie, and yes, that is. 2 amazing racing cars up inside the top 5 now, as Marjorie trying to split 3 wide with her teammate in Lewis. Doesn't get there. Lewis clears the 47. Brooke Lacey inside the top 5, gunning for the 45 there to the inside, 3 wide for about the 6th position. Between Jones, Kash, and Lissette. Lissette is falling back after the restart. Haynes now up front in front of him. Gail Sharon, she's made her way inside the top 10. Haven't seen her since Atlanta. There's still 3 right racing. How's Raphael? He's finally made his way inside the top 10. Raphael, I think, has had 2 DNFs so far this season. Only 14 points on the year. Currently sitting at P36. Not a great day. Not a great year so far for the 94, but his team's showing some speed. Lacey up in 4th, himself in 10th. White took a little bit of damage. So she's mired mid-pack, but 3 wide between Jones, Jones, Sharon, and Kash there for a moment. Marjorie to the outside. Oh, Kash got a little loose. Here comes Liberia Lewis to the inside of the 24. Gunning for second place to potentially go up to Warner. Closing in. Well, we got a caution. We have a caution. Oh, no! Butcher Wilbur involved. P2 in the points. A man who's had multiple incidents so far this season has gotten another one. Caution flag for Huss Warner. Just a terrible, terrible scene of events for the 13. We're going to get a look as to what happened on the onboard cam with Huey Scott Jr. and oh wow, just a bubble of smoke. And you look behind, and then just oh wow. Kind of couldn't see it there. We're gonna have a better angle right here with the 13 and our spectator camera. And oh yeah, just blew up. Had a teammate kind of all over the place. Contact with the 88 sent him spinning. In the final resting spot. As we are looking down in the pits, it looks like Raphael stayed out. Huss Warner is going to lead the field off of pit road. 26 has damage, as we talked about earlier, and whoa, the 23, the 23 sideways in pit road. What is going on? Have a look at what happened. Very quick replay from our replay crew down in the production truck on the Toyota onboard camera. Excuse me. The Jones coming out doesn't look to. Oh wow, just kind of got messy there. Just kind of spun it sideways. Interesting wreck from Trip Cassidy. He is currently a lap down, and he's trying to get back up to the front leaders. And here's Lash Raphael leading the way. Here on lap 50, we're going to be restarting with 50 to go. Still a pit stop needed. Raphael noticed that. He's going to have a little older tires here at Charlotte. That might make a little bit of a difference. Here comes the 23, slowly rolling up. But definitely might have an advantage on this restart. They're about to enter. 23 getting set, and oh, I think he jumped it. I think Triple Cassidy just jumped the start. Green flag for Lash Raphael. I think he's going to peek to the inside of the 23. Going to get there? No, not quite. Here comes Lewis, gunning for third. He does. Lacey drops back down into fourth after restarting third. Warner pushing the 94 through turn 3. Trip Cassidy back a lap down. Here comes Huss Warner going for the lead on the 94. Has help from the 42 in Liberia Lewis. And Tiffany Haynes, where has she been in all this race? Kind of around the top 10. But now with a lot of cars trapped in the back of the pack, might have something 4 wide for a moment. Here comes Kash. Out of turn 3, they're back down to 3 wide, but it's still Lewis, Kash, and Haynes side by side. Headed into turn 3, Warner is loving what he sees behind him. Cindy Marjorie right behind the 9. Is she going to make it 4 wide? Takes for a second. The 9 gives room. Doesn't get there, but there's still 3, almost 4 wide. 48 to go. Kash up to second now. Sliding Liberia Lewis a little bit on the wall. Still 3 wide. Marjorie, Lewis, and Tiffany Haynes all fighting for the top 5 spots. Dante Jones trying to put his hat into the ring. Got Ty Dion in the 2. Also there, Team Fortress having an amazing day. 5th, 7th, and 8th. Back down to 6. Goes, oh, we got another car blowing up. And it's holding the field. That's the 94. That's the 94 Flash Raphael. Raphael is blown up. No, what an amazing day the 94 was having, and this engine lets go. Another terribly disappointing result for the 94. I think his second DNF now in 4 races. No caution. That's going to be the 94 done. Also, we figured to have it under the caution, but the 18 also had an engine failure. A lot of engine failure so far this season. Or excuse me, so far this race. Potential liability issues. So here comes Haynes peeking to the inside of James Kash. Going for the lead. Is Haynes going to have enough? They're 1 and 2. Yes, she does. But is Kash going to go back to the outside? Trying to stick with the 48. So they're side by side, entering 3. Haynes sends it, slide job in front of the 9, takes the lead of the race. Here comes Liberia Lewis and Dante Jones gunning for the second position. And James Kash on the outside, Cindy Marjorie in 5th. She's trying to help out the 9. Husk Warner on the bottom of the racetrack. Brett Kenningberg up to P7. Having a good restart and potentially help from the 94 kind of blowing up there. But now he 98 up into the 8th position. Solid day for Kenningberg. He needs it. Currently 11th in the points, but kind of had a rocky start to the season so far. 3 wide, potentially. Marjorie looked to the inside of Kash, didn't have enough. I think that, Henry Thomas, another car that really needs some help. Currently 30th in the points. He's up inside the top 10. But he was trying to help out Brett Kenningberg, send it to the middle of 3 wide between now Dion and Marjorie, but they go to the inside, not clear enough. Brooke Lacey going for it on the inside of Thomas. Sharon right behind her. We're going to use our helicopter camera. I'm going to give you a clearer picture here on this backstretch. You can really see the top 12 perfectly here. Brett Kenningberg, 11th in the points, 1 top 10, and a best finish of 8 so far in 3 races. 74 back of the leader of James Kash. This is 3 wide between Dion and Marjorie. Kash falling down into the 6th position. But he's going to the inside. That's Jeffrey Gauls, his teammate. Starlight Racing. Having 2 cars inside the top 10. Not bad for that organization. Chronic Davis picking up damage, but not a great day so far for that 7 car. Liberia Lewis gunning for the lead to the inside of Haynes. Is he going to clear her easily in the out of 2? I think he does. Haynes trying to go back to the outside. But Lewis, I think, has it. No, they're still side by side, just barely. We're into 3. Here comes Haynes. Slides up the track. 42 clear. And Warner is loving what he sees ahead of him because now he's back at the range of 48 to 42. To the inside, here comes Haynes. And speaking of that 7 car, he is just up the road, as you can see on the track map. Haynes to the lead now. Starlight Racing might have a little bit of help with the lap car ahead and not what Haynes or Lewis or Warner want. I just hope that they can get past this lap car very, very easily. With 38 laps to go now. Warner to the peeking to the inside of the 48, just not there yet. Has help from Kash. Gauls on the back bumper, pushing his teammate as they're catching the slower car now. Haynes going to the inside, clearly ahead of the 7, is now Davis is going to take that top lane, and this is not going to help out Liberia Lewis as he loves that outside lane so far. And it's going to bring back Ty Dion. Oh, he got close between the 10 and the 42. Dante Jones and Gail Sharon not liking what they see ahead of them either, as Davis still on that outside lane. Not fast enough to really do anything. Kind of just needs something. Here comes Kash, to the inside of Warner for second. Coming to 36 laps to go. The pit window will be open here shortly. Kash up to second. He's got Gauls right behind him in third. Again, Starlight Racing having a very, very solid day. Warner in fourth. Kinningberg up to fifth. Dion in sixth. And I kind of touched on him earlier, but sitting P11 inside this pack, there he is, that green car, Henry Thomas. 30th in points. He had a couple bright spots, especially at Daytona. The last two races, that team has not been able to put it together, but Fetterman Racing, excuse me, they've kind of usually had one car that's been really, really good, whether it be, the 60 or the 17, with Kayleen kind of just in the middle there. And you can see it in the points. Kayleen currently 37th, and Fetterman currently 17th. Thomas trying to bounce back from a couple bad races. Currently in the 11th position. 3 wide between the 42 and the 98. Oh! Kinningberg slides up with Warner. Maybe a little bit of contact into one. That's going to kill the momentum for both the 11 and the 98. That's now Marjorie to the inside. Going to help Liberia Lewis. Ty Dion peeking on there. Husk Warner is not going to be happy with this so far, as he's 3 wide on the top between Dion, Kinningberg, and himself. Marjorie up to the 5th position, right behind Liberia Lewis. Warner trying to push on the outside, clear of the 98, almost clear to the 2, and the 2 had to lift off a little bit in order to not cause a caution. Warner up to the 6th position after falling back a little bit. Kinningberg in 8th. Look now, but that red car, I think that's Chase Wade, and he has run down the pack. 20 laps ago, he was 7 seconds back. Now he's just within 2. Holstetter trying to put his name back within range of winning this race. Down the backstretch they go. It's a 1-2 for Starlight Racing with Kash and Gauls. We saw the pass for the lead there in turn 1. Haynes to the inside of Gauls, though. Trying to take second for herself. Blue Fury Racing and Starlight Motorsports, 2 of the top tier Chevrolet teams. 2 Toyotas and a Dodge also in the top 6. Marjorie currently in that 6th position. Side by side with Lewis, but he's trying to clear Gauls. I think he does. Now it's a battle between Warner and Gauls, as you can see. Ty Dion trying to run down that pack. Oh, Wade has closed in. He is now inside the top 10. Look out for that 4 car. I think he is the fastest car on the track. And with 30 to go, still a pit stop. Anything can happen right now. Haynes all over the back bumper of the 9. Trying to find some kind of room around Kash. As Marjorie to the inside of Gauls. Gauls using that top lane, trying to gain momentum, but I don't think it's going to be enough for the 24. Oh, here comes Haynes. Here comes Haynes. I think she had a little bit of a push from the 42. To the inside goes the 48. Side by side. Out of 4, side by side is the 48 and the 9. 28 laps to go. Tiffany Haynes up to the lead of the race. Has help from Lewis. Warner on that inside. The pack has closed back together. Now Wade up into the 8th position. Kash falling behind with 4 cars on the inside lane, and it's just him on the outside. He's dropped down to now into the 5th position. Well, 4th right now, but I think he's going to be in the 5th position. Oh, kind of cleared himself off the 45, lifts up. To the inside goes the 45 of Sydney Marjorie. And Chase Wade, how about the 4? Looking low. He's going to help out the 45, but I think he was trying to pass her. He was extremely low on the inside. Tim Solzman, he's also towards the tail end. You can see him there in that red Toyota, right behind the green Ford of Henry Thomas. He's currently running the 16th position. Bowen Valentine in 17th. He's trying to run them down. Here comes Liberia Lewis to the inside of Tiffany Haynes. Down the back stretch they go. Toyota on Chevrolet. Dodge in the background in 4th. Haynes trying to power around the outside. Look at the help that the 45 is getting from the 4 until now. Wade to the inside has something. The shorter way around the racetrack and the speed to the inside, sliding all the way up. Now in 4th, clear of the 45. Chase Wade, welcome to the show. I think he's going to try to make a move on the inside of Husk Warner. No, doesn't get there. Liberia Lewis currently in the 1st position. And Wade to the inside of Warner. Having a run. Doesn't have the outside draft. But that 4 car is fast. Sliding. Makes the room himself. Now Wade up to 2nd. Down the backstretch. Marjorie moves Haynes up the racetrack. Dion closing in. The battle for the lead between Liberia Lewis and Chase Wade. Here they go. Wade looking low. Has something for Lewis. To the inside he goes. Has him side by side. Is he going to clear him in 2? Yes, he is. Chase Wade back to the lead of the race. With 23 laps to go. And you can see the 7 car he's pitting. I think pit stops are going to be starting relatively soon. Not yet. Maybe next lap. Wade is pulled away from Lewis. About almost a 4/10 gap now. That 4 car is on rails. Haynes using the outside has help from Kash. Florence Merton, she's made her way inside the top 10. Was mid-pack kind of all day, but now she's up towards the front of the field. Pit stop starting. Here comes Liberia Lewis. Oh, it's no! James Kash is in the wall. That is his day done. No caution from NASCAR, from the ISCR. He was just cooking it. No caution is called. That is genuinely surprising. Yep, there's the 9 done. But we will have a full pit stop. Looks like Chase Wade coming down into the stalls probably this time as he's coming out of turn 2 now. My goodness, that was a vicious crash from the 9. It's surprising that the ISCR didn't call that a caution. Liberia Lewis, he's going to cycle out ahead of the 2. Ty Dion, a nice jump for the 2 car. And there's Kash accident. Tim Salzman down pit road. Chase Wade is also down pit road. And we're going to follow along with the 42 as he unlaps himself now, trying to gain on the 4. The 4 currently getting serviced. 2 to the inside. Here comes Ty Dion. He's going to try for the lead. Or what could be the lead, excuse me. 4 out of pit road now. Ty Dion up front. He's fast. Rapidly approaching the 4. There's the 4 right there. Tiffany Haynes, she had a problem. She drops from the top 10. Now she's potentially going to go a lap down. Ty Dion to the lead. And now the 2, he is in control of this race with 19 laps to go. Wade falling victim to the 11 now. 18 laps to go. Still plenty of time for something to happen. Oh, terrible pit stop for Tiffany Haynes. She just lost the lap by that. We don't have exact word what happened. Now Wade cycles out into the 4th position, sending Marjorie in 5th. Brooke Lacey, she's having a nice little run in 6th. Dante Jones 7th out of Tic Tac 8th. Henry Thomas nice for that 60 team. Oh wait, they're still cycling out a little bit. I think the leaderboard was broken there for a minute. So now it says Thomas is up in 7th. Dale Tyler for Tyler Brothers Racing. By the way, has not scored a team owner's points yet. We have a different system for the team points, but Tyler Brothers Racing has not scored points. And here they are in this 8th position after pit stops in that 38 car. Day for that team. Ariel Claude, she's also in the top 10. Looking for a nice run for Mercedes. Adam Tic Tac in 9th. Liberio Lewis, he is gunning on the 2. Watch out for Warner and Wade. They have closed the gap just a little bit. And now with Tiffany Haynes, she's going to be in the way of Ty Dion. It's going to allow those 2 cars. And now here comes Wade to the inside. Wade clear of the 11. Chase Wade up to 3rd. Liberio Lewis trying any way he can find around the 2 car. But this might help out for Lewis, for Wade, for Warner, as now Tiffany Haynes, one of the faster cars on the track. Oh, this race, excuse me. She is a lap down. 2 to the inside, trying to clear easily. Haynes going to have something for the 2. Let's stay on the lead lap. No, doesn't have anything. Ty Dion clear of Tiffany Haynes. Lewis a much easier time, but here's Wade peeking into 3 wide. Backs out of it. Ty Dion has a buffer between himself and Liberio Lewis, but it's not going to be much. If Wade can get to the inside of the 42, he does. Trying to clear down the backstretch. I don't think they will. I think they'll be side by side. But turn 3, that is going to be where Wade is going to be able to have something on the 42. Does. Sliding up. Clear. Lewis drops down behind the 11. And there's still a car between the 4 and the 2. Slow car of the 7 in the way. But Chase Wade has closed the gap between himself and the 2 car. 12 laps to go. This is for the America 250 here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. And it is rapidly, that gap is closing rapidly. Wade on the back bumper of the 48. Might make a pass this lap. Dion, the leader of the train. Here's the 4 to the inside of the 48. This is not what Dion wants. Now 2 Fords, 1-2. And clean track, no other cars between the 2 and the 4. Got Husk Warner there. He's there. Liberia Lewis down back there in fourth. Coming to 10 laps to go. Wade, does he have anything for Ty Dion? Peeks to the inside. Here comes Chase Wade. Moves the two up the track. Chase Wade, welcome back to the lead of the race. A hometown story earlier this race with James Kash at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Can Chase Wade, who's just from about an hour from Charlotte, currently leading with 10 to go, coming to 9 laps remaining. However, Dion is still there. Warner is close as well. Can those two work together? Unless Tiffany Haynes has something to say about it. She says nope. Goes to the inside of 11. Warner with a run on the outside. Maintains clear of the 48. Dion up 2/10 back. Chase Wade within the draft, lower in the corner than the 4 car. For some reason that really helped out with the 4. He's much better in that middle lane than the 2 was on the bottom. Haynes back to the inside of the 11, just couldn't get there yet. Wade using the top lane. He's basically just gonna take all the momentum and runs he can get to keep himself ahead of the 2 car. 3 and 4. Haynes to the inside of the 11. That is gonna basically eliminate Husk Warner from this, unless he can get past the 48 again, go push the 2, and go for the lead. 1/10 of a second now between the 4 and the 2. Still anyone's race. Dion can still catch Wade. And it doesn't look like lap traffic is going to be an issue. Florence Merton, you can see in that purple dot, she's going to be pitting this time. It's an issue on the 30. It looks like a tire. But no caution. Wade still leads over Dion. And we're entering the point of no return, which is basically if a caution comes out, then that's the end of the race. And she's kind of looking on the inside of the 2. Don't think she quite cares about the gravity of the situation right now. Coming to 5 laps to go for Chase Wade. Dion just trying to hold on. Here comes Haynes to the inside of the 2. Gets there, moves the 2 up the racetrack, and this is exactly what Wade wants to see behind him. Because now there's a car between the 2, the 2 and the 4. Chase Wade might be set up to easily win this race. He has a 4/10 of a second gap between the 4 and the 2. Little camera glitch there for a second. Oh, we still got a little camera glitch. It's fine. 4 to go. Dion to the inside of the 48. Can he catch right back up to Wade? Close the gap. It's about half of what it was. Why are we doing this? Oh my goodness, camera crew, please do something great. Wade trying to run away. 3/10 of a second. Dion trying everything he can do. Back down to 4/10. 3 laps remain for Chase Wade. 7.5 miles. Can the 4 car hold on? I don't think Dion or Warner is not catching. Wade started the race on the pole. Is not going to lead the most laps. That honor is unfortunately going to go to Fletcher Wilburn. Unfortunately, because there's just not much that 13 is going to be able to do with those points. 2 to go. Chase Wade, 5 more miles for the 4 car. Ty Dion is close. 2/10 of a second gap between the 4 and the 2. Is Wade going to have something? Haynes peeking to the inside. I just don't think it's going to be enough, and now it's about a 3/10 of a second gap. We're coming to the white flag one more time around. And indeed it does. White flag for Chase Wade at his hometown track. And he is loving the rearview mirror because now hangs to the inside of the 2. Clear. It's the car between the 4 and now the 2 and the 11. They're side by side. Chase Wade is loving what he sees. Out of turn 2, down the backstretch they go. Chase Wade through 3 and 4. Right on time. Another hometown hero. Chase Wade. He's going to come into turn 4. He's going to win the America's 250 here at Charlotte Motor Speedway. An amazing recovery drive. 50 laps ago, he was 7 seconds behind the leaders due to an incident with Lash Raphael. He worked his way up. He's now in the lead of the race and then takes the win. Here comes Ty Dion. Ooh, kind of unhappy with the 48. Definitely going to be some post-race words between the 4 and the 2 car, but how about that race? Chase Wade, that you see, he has jumped up from 1st to 9th. Oh, excuse me, from 9th to 1st. The winner of the America 250, his first career win. An amazing performance from Chase Wade. And he's part of the top 10. The Ty Dion, Huston Warner, Sydney Marjorie, Liberia Lewis, Brooke Lacey, a nice top 10. Bailey Tyler, a nice top 10. Henry Thomas and Adam Tic Tac, all with great finishes today. Well, that's going to be it for us, folks. Thank you for tuning in for race number 4 here in the ISCR. We'll see you at the North Wilkesboro next week. Have a nice one.